So bitterness is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo, and it was on display today in front of the House Judiciary Committee. That's Jim Jordan. They brought in special counsel Robert Hur. Now, Hur issued a report that said then Vice President Joe Biden took confidential documents that he was not entitled to have, and he put them in his office in the Penn Center and in his garage in Delaware. There's no question he did it. But Hur said he couldn't indict Joe Biden for two reasons. Number one, he couldn't prove beyond a reasonable doubt about Biden's intent, and that Biden was so old and fuzzy in the deposition that Hur took that a jury would feel sorry and not convict. The bottom line on this to me is Robert Hur did not want to indict Joe Biden, and he found a way not to do it. However, he knew he had to throw out some damning stuff, and he did that with the aides. Now, that is just my assessment. So Hur sits there, and then the Judiciary Committee, Republicans and Democrats, question him. And the question was all partisan. So Democrats don't care at all that Joe Biden took confidential documents, but they do care that Trump did. And the Republicans are pretty much that on the other end. They'd love to indict Biden, but they don't want Trump indicted. Most of them. The Republicans are not as united in their loathing as the Democrats, but it's close. It's close. So I'm going to play you two sound bites and we'll analyze. And by the way, this failure to indict Joe Biden, when he clearly took documents he was not lawfully able to take. He broke the law. As vice president, you have no right to take any classified document. He broke the law. He just simply did. And there's no way you can say he didn't. I don't know how you can say I couldn't prove beyond a reasonable doubt that a former vice president had classified information when he had it. But again, Hur didn't want to indict him. Just like Hillary Clinton, she put classified documents on a personal server. Everybody knows she did it. And then Comey comes out and says, she didn't do it on purpose. Of course she did. They didn't want to do it. And that's the truth. All right, the first soundbite is Congressman McClintock, a Republican from California. Roll it.
Is it now okay if I take home top secret documents, store them in my garage, and read portions of them to friends or associates?
Congressman, I wouldn't recommend it, but I don't want to entertain any hypotheticals at this point.
Was it okay? I mean, I can do that now under this new doctrine?
Again, Congressman, I wouldn't recommend that you do that, but
well, you've essentially said so in your report, and certainly it would be exculpatory if I simply told you, hey, I'm getting old. I don't remember stuff the way I used to.
Congressman, I'm not here to get into hypotheticals. I'm here to talk about the facts and the work that I did.
It's not a hypothetical. This is the issue at hand.
Okay, so we're not going to get anywhere there. Hur is going to defend his report, and okay. By the way, full disclosure, I didn't watch this. And the reason I didn't as a journalist is because I knew that it was just going to be a merry-go-round. So I have a very good staff who can watch it and then bring to me what the highlights are. But I was extremely busy on this budget stuff this morning, which, again, we'll get to in a moment. The second soundbite we have is the fanatical progressive Democrat, Eric Swalwell. Go.
You want to be perceived, understandably, as credible, and so I want to first see if you will pledge to not accept an appointment from Donald Trump if he is elected again as president.
Congressman, I'm not here to testify
Seems like an easy
about
answer.
What will happen in the future.
Considering what I just laid out.
I'm here to talk about the report and the work that went into it.
Virtually every Democrat raised Trump. Okay, it's all about Trump. Everything is Trump, Trump, Trump's the devil, Trump's this fascist Nazi, Trump, 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 Trump. All right? Because again, they don't care what Joe Biden did at all. All right. So, and I'm playing this as a nonpartisan. This helps Donald Trump's case, this whole thing with her, because if you let Biden off the hook, how can you convict Trump? Now, they're going to say that Biden didn't try to hide it. Biden's lawyers did this. Biden's lawyers did that. They were cooperative. Biden tried to hide it. I mean, there's no doubt, because the period of time was so much longer that he had declassified documents than Trump did. And Biden knew, everybody knows, that he shouldn't have had them. Okay. So what about the Trump case? Well, this is in motion, and it's supposed to go on trial May 20th in Florida. District Judge Eileen Cannon presiding. She will delay the trial. Okay, it's not going to start on May 20th. There's too many other things in the wind. All right? But again, if the trial does finally get underway, and it might not even get underway because the Supreme Court is hearing the indemnification lawsuit now from the Trump people, and depending on how they rule. It's complicated, but I'm going to dumb it down so even I understand it in a moment. So anyway, this whole Biden fiasco helps Trump, and that's the memo.